These are 7 popular air dusters on Amazon. We have them priced from cheapest to most expensive, the cheapest being $25, the most being $80. We want to help you figure out what are you going to get for your money, which one is the best fit for you and your budget and your needs. Let's get into it. When you unbox each of these, it's very clear when you have them all in front of you that there is a clear discrepancy between quality. Price does affect it, but it doesn't in some ways. But overall, I'm kind of shocked with this technology, how bad it can be for the money and how good it can be for spending a little bit more. So I'm excited to help you with this and help you find the right one for you. All 7 of these will be linked in the order that they're presented here on the table down in the description. So let's start over here. This one feels extremely cheap. Fresmol is the brand. It's a really big unit and it has one singular button. You hold it on for 3 seconds and it turns on. Click it again and again. It doesn't blow very hard at all. The whole point of these devices is to use them to blow off tabletops, to blow off your electronics, to get rid of a can of compressed air that you would buy from the store. You can use this on a fire to get more oxygen on the fire to get it to go up. These things are pretty cool technology to have around, and it's reusable instead of buying cans and throwing them away all the time of compressed air. This would piss me off more than it would be good because the air coming out of it is 1/5, maybe 1/8 of what the pressure is out of a can. So in general, this thing feels cheap. It is the cheapest. I wouldn't buy this. It's $25. Don't waste your money. We can show you what's inside the box, but you will be severely disappointed. And I feel like most use cases for this device aren't even going to benefit from it. So it's got a bunch of different nozzles like all these have, a couple different brushes, just some cheap stuff is all this is. But hey, if you want something like this really bad, and you want the cheapest one, we wanted to get it and show you. Next on the list is $30. This one just is branded Yomile air duster. Quality, it's a little bit heavier than the previous one. It also has one button. They all charge via USB-C. It's got some mesh in here a lot of the time, so your fingers, if you had a kid that grabbed it, it couldn't do anything. This has a plush button on it. It's a little bit nicer feel. Press it again and again, and then it turns off. It's really noisy and the air pressure is not much better than the $25 one. It comes with similar attachments in here. It comes with this big bag and your classic different nozzles for blowing things off countertops or dusting and stuff like that. This is another device that I don't think can compete with a can of compressed air, so I do not advise this one. This is going to be a recurring theme after messing with all of them, but I feel like you'll have some level of excitement by the time we get to the other side of the table. This one is $30. Next up is another $30 one. This doesn't have any branding on the package, but this is a Fresmol brand. It's the same as the $25 one, but $30. You have a little screen to show your levels of the fan and the battery level. It's got a little light indicator button. It doesn't really do anything. Hold it. It blows a little bit better and it has a little bit more of a feel, but it's a really big device for how much air it doesn't flow. Same basic attachments, brushes and some nozzles. They all charge USB-C. Is this one worth $5 more than the other one? That's the same brand? No, you just shouldn't buy both of them, honestly. Now we have the $39 one. Okay, we're getting up towards the $40 range. Are they gonna get a lot better? It's a lot smaller of a device. It feels a lot more premium than the previous ones. It does just have one button and I like the feel of it. This would fit nicely in a desk. I'm gonna hold it, it turns on right away. And it puts out quite a bit more air. This is the first one where this one and the rest of the lineup, they start to sound like little mini jet engines, where these just kind of sound like fans, which is kind of a cool fun factor. I like the modularness square. I think a lot of people will like this. Inside the box, this is the first non-cheap feeling packaging. You've got a little bit of a velvet bag. You've got a different type of brush tip, your close end ones, and 2 brushes. So minimal setup, but it's really all you need. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce the name of this one. We'll have it on the screen. This one, it looks like it would be cheaper, but it's actually pretty cool. It has a slider right here to choose how fast, what RPM you want it to go to. If you hold the button, it'll turn on, and then you hit the slider. This one blows pretty hard. Inside the box, kind of cheap packaging, velvet case. It's definitely like fake. You have your standard tip here, another brush tip the same as the last one, more circular one, and some brushes. Same exact price. The Fantic one, a lot of you have heard of this brand from TikTok and things like that. They have a lot of great products. This one, I don't know. $59 to have only 2 modes, and it blows more like the fans over here. It does have that jetish sound, Has a really cool light, ring light, and I really like the feel of it. The fit and finish and build of Fantic products is always consistent, and it's a very modern feel, but not too certain. It's gonna be a hard stack up against what's next. Inside the box, got some tight foam packaging. Minimal setup. It's got 3 different tips. It's all you really need. You've got one with a brush and your USB-C charging cable. We're jumping from $59 to $80. Is this really gonna make a difference? It's actually $89, but if you use the information in the description, you can find where to get it for $80. It's the cheapest place you can find it. This thing is really nice. It's got a serious weight to it in a good way. It's got a battery indicator here. We'll hold on the power button back here. Then you tap on this to decide which gear you want it on. So that's max. And then this button is like the throttle. So when you hold this, it is super aggressive. Even with this little nozzle off it comes with, it's really impressive. And it's very precise. When you press the button and you pull off, it shuts the motor down. And it's very smooth. It feels like some type of futuristic piece of tech all around. Has a nice clip there, and this is just a cool product. Everything Wolfbox always feels like an Apple product or something with the weight, the fit and finish, the colors they choose. It's got this rubber grip right here. It's 80 bucks and it feels like 80 bucks compared to them, everything else especially. It's got this big, nice box, fits tight like an Apple product. Inside, you're gonna get a Wolfbox branded bag, and then you have all these different tips in this silver charcoal color. Got these 3 right here. You've got this flat one, which I feel like a lot of people would like. Your cable, and then it's got 2 style of brushes, and then it's got a little wrist strap if you wanted to hang it or put it on your wrist. Our $25 option, 100,000 RPM, 3 gears, 7,500 milliamp battery. Your iPhone, this is a 15 Pro, is a 3,200 milliamp battery, so that gives you an idea of a baseline. But the fans, they use a lot of battery, so the bigger the better, and they'll last a lot longer. Our first $30 option, 120,000 RPM, 3 gears, and this one stated it runs up to 40 minutes on a full charge. I'm assuming that's on the lowest setting though. The second $30 option is 100,000 RPM, it's 3 gears, 7,500 milliamp battery, and it claims it runs 20 to 40 minutes. What we know about the $40 option, it's 150,000 RPM, but it only has a 2,000 milliamp battery, and it does have 3 gears. Our $59 option claims on the listing that this is 300,000 RPM, it has a 10,000 milliamp battery, and it has 150 minutes of runtime. It's pretty big, it's pretty heavy, but that's a bold claim that I wonder if it would really last. It does feel nice though. I feel like it aligns for its price. It feels a little bit cheaper than 60 bucks. I think a lot of people might be interested in it. The Fantic at the same price is 120,000 RPM, and it has a 2,600 milliamp battery. Not the biggest. Don't think this one would last very long. It only has 2 gears. All the other ones have 3. The Wolfbox is 150,000 RPM, 6,000 milliamp battery. It'll run 100 minutes in first gear, they say, and it's the fastest charging of fully charging on the fast charger for 2.5 hours. And it's 3 gear adjustable. I have a mega list of use cases of how you could use these things, and it might give you an idea of how you could use it more to justify a higher price, or it might take it the other way where you're like, I'll just get something cheap. So electronics cleaning can remove dust and debris from keyboards, monitors, and CPUs. Cleaning inside gaming consoles and other electronic devices. For automotive use, you can do dusting and detailing car interiors, including dashboards and vents, cleaning tight spaces between seat crevices and things like that. In your home, you can dust shelves, blinds, and hard to reach corners. You can clean air vents and light fixtures and ceiling fans with these. In the office maintenance, you can do clearing dust from office equipment like printers, copiers, and fax machines, or maintaining cleanliness in shared office spaces. Workshops and garages, you can blow away sawdust, metal shavings, other debris from tools and workbenches, and you can clean small parts and machinery. Photography and camera gear, you can safely remove dust from lenses, sensors, and camera bodies, so when you crack off your lens, you could use one of these. That's super nice. Cleaning tripods and other accessories. The hobbyist sector would be maintaining models, drones, RC vehicles, cleaning 3D printers, and other creative tools. With outdoor gear, you could do blowing out sand and dirt from tents, or any of your gear, backpacks, and camping gear. You could do cleaning sports equipment like golf clubs or bicycles. You can use these things for a bunch of things. Inside, outside camping gear, getting sand out of places, dust, debris. So there's a bunch of use cases for this technology instead of those compressed air cans. With all of that in mind, my overall synopsis for you is that everything here forward, I think is worth considering. I think primarily sweet spot, best bang for the buck, this run right here, the $39 is pretty cool. I would jump all the way to the $80 Wolf box if you want something nice that's gonna last a long time and be the highest performing. And if you want something where you buy it, you get it to your house and you're like, this thing is cool, hey Susie, check this out, or hey wife, or hey brother, check this out, and they're gonna be like, well, that's pretty cool, I want one. This is the only one that's gonna do that. I promise you. It has like this weight to it, it has this feel, it has a certain sound to it, as you heard earlier. The rest of these would be very useful, and I think that you can look around for yourself based off what your looks and what your needs are, and what most importantly, your budget. No harm going this way. Totally cool if you go this way. Hope this video helps give you an idea. Leave a comment down below which one you bought with your experience if you want to help out someone on the other side of the screen. Hope this helps. If you want to check out a video where we talk about jump starters, which is nice to have in your car, I'll leave that video right here. You can click it and figure out which one you want to buy.